Hey Jackals! In today's video, we'll take a look at voice isolation, which has been added in DaVinci Resolve 18.1, but it is studio version only. Now let's get digital. I'll show you a few examples, but the takeaway is, get the best audio as you can when you do the actual recording. This is a real example of an interview. It was taken with a camera. What I'll do is I'll normalize the audio level to -1, and then I'll go into the inspector tab so that I can adjust the voice isolation. With the voice isolation off, this is how it sounds like.
Uresničil sem ogromno, dokončal sem osnovno šolo, opravil tudi NPK.
Okay, so now if I enable the voice isolation, and as you can see, the amount by default is at 100.
Ogromno, dokončal sem osnovno šolo, opravil tudi NPK.
As you could hear, the difference is as day and night. But you should also adjust the amount if you get some clipping. In this case, maybe it was okay, but I'll show you other cases where this is not the case. So the first such case is this. I don't really want to play it because as you can see, it's getting clipped. And if I do the audio normalization, it doesn't change much. So I'll just lower it down. This video was taken with the camera, with the built-in microphone, and I was really close to the speakers. Now that I've enabled the voice isolation, the lyrics will probably get muffled. And that's exactly what happens. Now you can try to lower the amount. I'll use 10%. And maybe this is okay. Now the next one, this one is 615 Collective. They came to Slovenia and this is still too loud. Now this example is very loud and the audio is getting clipped and there is no way to fix that. So what you want to do, if you need to record the audio, is well, take the output of the microphones and actually record that, and not record it with the built-in microphone of the camera. So that's not something that you would want to listen to, but if you had to and you had no other option, let's again try with 10%. Well, obviously you would have to play with the values because this is clip specific, but as you can hear, 100 is just getting cut off too much. Now one that I wanted to also show you, let's do the normalize audio, and what I want to show you here is the camera movement, the zooming. You could hear that, so, and you could also hear the noise. So let's just enable the voice isolation. I don't really speak in this video, but it still cuts off the noise. As best as it could anyway, because I wasn't really speaking and I was far away from the camera. And the last one that I wanted to test is with a power tool. Now this clip, I first have to change the audio to stereo, like this. And just by holding the shift, I only imported the audio. Now I'll select both clips, right click and auto align them based on the waveform. So this audio goes with the video, and this is the audio that's coming from my phone with a lapel mic. So first let's take a listen to the phone audio. So my mission today is, and why the quality of the video is bad, that's because I have the playback timeline resolution set to quarter, so that the playback is a little bit easier to see if this will cut and if my voice will actually be heard while it's being recorded. Okay, now I can apply the voice isolation to this audio to see if this will cut and if my voice will actually be heard while it's being recorded with that phone. So in this case it's okay. Let's switch these two. So my mission today is to see if this will cut and if my voice will actually be heard while it's being recorded with that phone and being recorded on this lapel mic. If I do the voice isolation, so my mission today is to see if this will cut. Well, the change is that my voice is being muffled, but the test that I wanted to do was if I could speak while this power tool was running and me talking. So I'll just cut this clip out so I can do the voice isolation separately. And as you can see, this one's really loud, so I'll just lower it and disable the voice isolation. And this part can be loud, so just a heads up. So it will be when I use the voice isolation in DaVinci Resolve. So I'm talking at this point and I couldn't really hear anything. Will I be able to make anything out with the voice isolation enabled? I couldn't, but I also couldn't hear the machine. So if you want to have some background noises and maybe use a lapel mic, and also this will also be loud. I doubt I'll get a good result with the lapel mic because the voice was already distorted. So with the voice isolation enabled,
this will cut.
I mean, I could understand some of it, but it was really not clear. So that's just something to consider. So don't use a power tool. This one I think is rated around 80 decibels. So I have the machine half a meter away from the microphone. So does the voice isolation work? It does. You will probably want to use it only for interviews. And if you use it in a workshop, you'll want the person that's talking away from the loud noises, so that you can remove the noises completely or just muffle them so that you still have some ambient sounds. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification icon so you know when my next video comes out. I'm Simon, until next time, Happy New Year, Jackals!